So hey folks, welcome to a new video. While we are the other side of Biscay, I didn't film anything coming across the Bay of Biscay. Reasons for, Patrick Lane was on board, I didn't want to intrude in his privacy, and also if you want to watch Patrick Lane, just head over to his channel. I'll pop a link in the top right hand corner just here. But yeah, we made it to Coruna, Spain, and as you can see, beautiful sunshine, clear skies. And there is Sea Star. Now, I'm going to talk about the Bay of Biscay and how I got on going over on her. But yeah, she took 4 days, nearly 4 days. Just shy of about 4 hours from 4 days. So 3 and 3/4 days, something like that. She handled it perfectly. There was just too much to do on the Bay of Biscay. Even though we had downwind sailing, it was tricky at times. Yeah, just rough seas conditions as you would expect on the Bay of Biscay. I didn't film any of it, so silly me. But anyway, I want to say a big thank you to Patrick Lane for helping me for 1 week. Actually, he jumped on board. He was with me for a week and we went down towards Lorient. I took a bit of time off after my trip from filming to get to Commercy-sur-Mer. And yeah, I just wanted to chill out, have some good dinners, get my strength back, build myself up again psychologically, anyway, prepare myself for the Bay of Biscay. But I was in really good hands. Patrick's a solo sailor, done the Atlantic umpteen times, around Iceland, all over the place. An absolute legend. So again, please go and subscribe to his channel if you're into extreme challenging solo sailing. This is the outer marina at Coruna, and I came in here about 4 AM in the night, pitch black, and parked Sea Star just up the pontoon just there. I'll just give her a wash down this morning, and I wanted to talk about a few things on the boat that I'm preparing myself for. Things like the orcas and a device that I brought on board to try and deter them, but also a couple of things on the way that I learned and a couple of tweaks that I've made on the boat to make it more manageable. So weather's about 28 degrees. You've got the marina office over there behind that wonderful yacht. Look at the size of that. That must be 55 feet, 60 touching. Beautiful boat. Not sure what make it is, but he's got enough fenders. 3, 6, 9, 12, 13 fenders each side. Another Bavaria there, a 49. I've not seen a 49 before. That's a very long boat. But yeah, 28 degrees, hot. I'm just going to pick my laundry up that I've put in the washing machines at the marina. Now, for those of you who aren't sailors, I know we've got a lot of motorcyclists from my biking channel, Moto UK, who watch this as well. Just to give you an overview, most marinas you stay in, UK or abroad, they have a marina office just over there that you check into when you get into the marina. This one was about €44. That includes electric, showers, washing machines. Well, washing machines you have to pay for, €5 per wash, but it does include soap and detergent, so that's good. They normally have a restaurant. You've got a restaurant on the top there. Showers and toilets are quite okay, and then you have a key code to get in and out of the pontoon gate, so it's pretty secure. I've just been into town and I have checked in with the passport police, got my passport stamped into Spain, so that's me all good. And tomorrow we're going to head off from here about 6 AM and go down to another marina further south along or down the Spanish coast. We're going to hop from marina to marina day by day, and I'm going to bring you along for the journey. So let's cut to the washing machines and then we'll go back to the boat. Now, one thing that surprised me last night, or this morning, was they also have a camper van park behind the marina. I know quite a lot of marinas do this now, and you got a secure camping lot, obviously with showers and toilets and a restaurant next to you. Can't be bad. Fueling dock is just down here, so you would need to bring the boat around into the fuel dock to fill up. Didn't really use much fuel going across Biscay. We sailed pretty much mostly all the way, which was nice. Okay, so we're back on the boat, got the washing, hung it out. Excuse my laundry hanging up all over the boat, but it's the best place to get it dried, and dries quicker than €5 in a dryer. So one of the things that concerned me on this trip down to Gibraltar with the boat was the orcas. Now, you've probably seen it on the news, or you might not have heard about it, but there's a couple of pods of orcas, or groups of orcas, whatever you call them. They've been attacking sailboats, and what they're doing is they're not trying to threaten human life, although there have been some boats sunk, and they operate anywhere from the Gibraltar Straits all the way up to the Portuguese coast, even round the headland where I'm at now at Coruna, and up into the Bay of Biscay, as far as northern France. So you know, somewhere like Lorient and places like that I've just come from. So I'm trying to use every deterrent I can. One, the recommendation is to stay within the 20-meter line, which means a little bit of a longer sail, because I'm going to have to go and hug the coast and round the bays and things as I move down the west coast of Spain, and also Portugal, and then round towards Gibraltar. So a little bit of a pain in the bottom. We're going to add a few days to the trip, I'm sure. But yeah, deterrence. Some people say carry buckets of sand, to put sand in the water. There's no tried true method to deter them. People are buying flashbangs and putting weights on them and throwing those in the water. However, people, even after they've done that, they're getting attacked. And what the orcas do, they come up behind the sailboat, and whether they misjudge the rudder on a sailboat to be like a tuna fin or something, so they bite it. In some cases they take chunks off it, and in some cases they rip it straight out of the rudder stock, which means your boat could have a hole and you could sink. So yeah, some boats have been sunk, some have just had their rudders bitten off and managed to get into port. Called Mayday and Pan and all those kind of things. I looked all around the internet. One of the things that the fishermen are using currently in the region is called a pinger. This is the pinger. It looks like a red banana, but inside it has a device with a battery in. The battery, it says, lasts for I think 3 weeks, something like that, and it activates when it goes in the water. And basically it is a dolphin and orca depredation pinger. So it has been used by fishermen to keep dolphins and orcas away from their nets when they're fishing, so they strap these to the nets. Now, some people have used these and had success, but the problem is that once the orcas are on you, they're probably going to grab your rudder before you even know it. So I don't know if they work. I'm going to try it. It wasn't cheap. It was about £170, and literally you tow it behind your boat. So what I've got rigged up is a sled with a weight on it. This is supplied by the same company in UK. I'll give you that information shortly. It's got a weight on the bottom, and then I've got probably about 7 meters of rope. So it hangs behind the boat, and it stays a couple of meters under the water in line with the rudder. Whether it'll work or not in an occasion that I do come across them, I don't know. But it's one thing to think about when trying to escape the orca attacks that are happening. Now, I look at this with not with a pinch of salt. It concerns me, but when you look on the AIS, so you know, the ship identification maps and things on how many boats go down this coast daily and through the Straits of Gibraltar, hundreds and hundreds of ships and sailboats and boats, you name it. Yeah, only a few get touched. There was a report yesterday of a orca attacking or looking for a rudder on a pleasure boat that had an engine on the back, so no rudder. It did nudge the boat, and that was 2 miles off the shore. So I'd like to know, and I've sent a message back to that person, was the 2 miles offshore deeper than 20 meters? And yeah, I'm waiting for an answer back on that. But only information we've got to go by just now. 20 meters, keep on that line, or shallower if you can. So it causes a few issues with trips and travel down there. Once you're in the Med, there's been no attacks inside the Mediterranean, maybe the odd one just through Gibraltar. So yeah, the plan is to get down as safely as possible. But yeah, it's a concern that you shouldn't have to worry about really, but I just wanted to show that device, so we'll test that on the way down. Like I say, I won't know unless I do have an attack that it doesn't work, and then we can prove it doesn't work, but I'd rather not do that. So we'll get that out the back, and then other advice is drop the sails, turn the engine on and head towards shore or shallower water as quickly as possible. There used to be an advice, or some people give the advice of drop the sails, cut the engine and just lie still in the water. Well, they're going to play with you, they're going to come again and again and again, so try and get away from them. Some people have put the boat in reverse, which then stops the orcas coming to attack the rudder, but yeah, I don't know what's best advice really. So touch wood, we'll just see how we get on. Other things on the boat that I've learnt a lot about with Patrick is sails and sail trimming over the past few days coming across Biscay and down the side of France. The guy's a legend, absolutely can't thank him enough to come on the boat with me for this trip down to here and get me across Biscay safe. Yeah, so thank you again, Patrick. The sail on this boat is quite a tall mast, so there's a lot of sail slides. When you do drop the sail at the end of the day, you have to go forward and literally pull it down with your hands to get it into the sail bag just there. These sliders go, if you don't know, go up in a slot on the mast and pull the sail up and down. To pull it up is the yellow line just here, and then you release that to drop the sail. But like I said, those sliders get stuck, and I had to go forward in 25 knots of wind. Last night Patrick was at the helm, and yeah, it was a bit tricky up there, but if you look at the side of the boat, yeah, my washing, we have lines just here, and these lines are to clip onto. They run all the way to the front of the boat, so that if you did fall over the boat, you don't get washed away. You've got a possibility of getting back on the boat. So we always clip in, especially when you're solo sailing, or you know, if you're going forward of the cockpit. Personally, I'd rather nobody goes forward of the cockpit. There's certain things that you need to do on the sails that means I have to go forward, so I might rig something up a little later on to stop that, and that's reefing the sails on the front edge of the sail. I need to hook it onto like a ram's horn when I put a reef in. If you don't know what a reef is, it's just lowering the sail to a different level to reduce that wind against the sail and reduce the coverage. Now, one other thing, if you're crossing any oceans or doing any passages offshore at night, you don't have a lot of traffic, boat traffic, maybe some cargo ships, maybe some fishermen out there, but generally across the Bay of Biscay they have AIS, which is a boat identification system that shows up on your chart plotter. This boat has AIS, so I can transmit and receive AIS signals and other boat information. On this boat, probably within 10 miles when they come into range, I see them on my chart. And if you've watched the videos before, you know that I put a chart plotter, a Raymarine Axiom 7, on the chart desk, and I mounted it on a ram mount. So you can see just here in the corner, it's on a ram mount. I can turn this towards the chart table just here, so you can do some pre-planning and things. Or on the trip, what we did is I literally, and Patrick, when it was our watch time, so when the other person's sleeping, got a fly in here, go away fly. So when the other person was sleeping, the other person literally will get out of the cockpit, the boat's on autopilot on a heading, sails are out, sails are reefed at night so that they're pretty safe, we're on a steady course, and the other person sits here. And occasionally, 20 minutes, half an hour, they'll take a look up, shine a torch on the sails and see if it's all okay up there, and then come back downstairs to keep warm and out of the wind. And then literally sitting here, it's really comfy, that comfy that you nearly fall asleep, I must add, but I have the chart plotter just here, so I can see when this is on our track, our course. It has rings on it, 5, 10, 15, 25, 35 onwards miles in front of your nautical miles, and also the AIS target. So any boat comes within 10 miles on my boat, I can pick them up. So I can see if they're on a vector towards me. Normally, if it's a motorboat or a cargo ship or a fishing boat, they'll actually avoid you and steer away from you or come behind you. They won't cross in front of you unless they're a long way ahead. So that's how we navigate at night. And on the screen, I've got a split screen here with my wind instruments relaying on this. So that's how it's done. People ask how you do night sailing. This trip coming down so far, I've done about 874 miles from the UK, northwest UK. I've done one night through the UK, get around to France, and across the Bay of Biscay we did, what was it, 3 nights? Yeah, nearly 4 days to cross it. It's about 378 miles across the Bay of Biscay, from Lorient to A Coruna. Pretty much a straight line depending on the wind. We had to jibe a few times being downwind. It kind of zigzag across the line until we got wind that was able to carry us straight down the line. We motored the last couple of hours just to get in. The wind dropped as we got near the coast, so we got in here about 4 AM this morning. But yeah, that's the top tip, and that's why I added the Raymarine Axiom 7-inch screen into the inside here so that we could do that. Now you might ask, what do we eat on board while we're on a passage? It's quite difficult to cook with the boat heeled over and rocking, but the way I do it on the boat is I have an induction cooker. If you've watched me getting the boat ready, you'll know that I have a Tefal induction cooker, and literally Patrick bought some like camping meals. They're not the rehydration or dehydrated type, they are full meals in bags. These have sell-by dates on them. 2027. Can you believe it? So sealed bag, I can't think what's in it. I think it's chicken and veg with a sauce, chicken on the bone, and literally you boil it for 10 minutes either in the packet or you just drop it in a saucepan, heat it up, and you're ready to go. We had one of these for tea every night and they were absolutely delicious. What I'd like to show you now is what we cook them on. So you can see here I've got the Tefal single ring induction hob. This hob, obviously you've got a ledge here. I put a chopping board over the gas cooker, which is just there. So I'd rather not use gas on a boat, but yeah, I've gone with more of an energy using device, which yeah, it's never that easy on a boat unless you have an energy source that will power it. So I don't know if you can see in there, but that's a BLUETTI device. I've mentioned them on my channel before. That's an 1800 watt, 1152 watt hour lithium portable power station that can power or charge your mobile phones, everything on DC, or it's got AC and that's plugged in. So I keep that under there, just charging it at the moment, and then I cook on here. I've got a socket on the wall there, 2 sockets to plug my kettle in and use this. I can use a George Foreman grill there that I've got, and yeah, that's what we've been cooking our meals on. Literally that lasts probably 4 days, the battery just in there to cook meals on, which is more than enough for what I need for the family really. The other power station that I have on board that I charge all my mobile phones off is the BLUETTI 600 watt AC60 just there. Again, I can plug mains things into it, or USB-Cs and stuff, and I can charge both of these devices off solar panels, or I can plug them into the mains when I get to the next marina. This one here, I have a B80, don't know if you can see that, probably not, under there. That's just an extra battery that plugs into there to make that I think 1800 watt, the same as the other device over in the kitchen. So that's how we cook on board and cook our meals. Now I'm really pleased that the toilet that I fitted to this boat, which is an electric toilet, has worked brilliantly over the course of the Bay of Biscay. Both number 1s and number 2s. By myself and Patrick, whereas Patrick normally uses on big trips of his the 2 bucket method. So 1 bucket for shower and washing, and 1 bucket for doing number 1s and number 2s, and yeah, always get a different colour bucket, Patrick, not all blue and have a mistake. So that's just a joke between everyone. He's mentioned it on his channel. Worked brilliantly. No problems with that, just great. What else can I show you on the boat that's been a real treat this trip? Okay, these fans. Now I bought these fans, they've got a battery on board, they last 2 days. These are Kuni fans, and literally they clip on or they go on like a screw in the bedroom. I don't know if you can see just in the forward cabin just here, I've got one fan just there, which is great. As I say, they last 2 days, so they're just brilliant. I've got them one in the living room, 1 in each of the bedrooms, but I also find But outside here, the other day in France, we had zero wind whatsoever, and literally I can clip them just on the side there. I can sit back in the cockpit and I can have a fan blowing on me if I need a little bit of extra wind. So they were an absolute bargain. The boat ones, which are hardwired, are about £170. These were just I think £35 each, but they've been tremendous on the trip. Today temperature in A Coruna is about 28 degrees. The wind's picking up now, so you might hear it through the microphone. The plan tomorrow is to set off, do about 48 mile around the corner and down the coast a little bit, check into another marina, and we'll follow the video en route and also when we get into the new place tomorrow. I haven't decided where. There's a couple of options, but I'm just going to look at the wind forecast tonight and plan accordingly. So that's a little update from the trip. We'll come back with another video for you shortly. If you're not a subscriber to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and if you like the video, please give us a like. YouTube love it, so do I. Take care, catch you on another one soon. Ciao for now.